You and I have talked about the perils of shorting single-name stocks. It's dangerous business. But given where things are and your level of certainty, would you short an index? Would you short tech stocks? Would you short the S&P 500?
Personally, as opposed to GMO, in the foundation we have for the protection of the environment, we are indeed short a decent amount of Russell 2000s. So we haven't been hurt in the last year, which is amazing. We're also short about half as much again as in the Nasdaq, which did hurt us, but not sensationally. And the point there is a lot of our money is in venture capital. That's very growthy. We need some hedging. And if we weren't exposed to a large amount of growth stocks, I suspect we would skip the hedging. We would skip going short. In any case, I would never short an individual name. I would only short a broad index. And the indices I would short, if I was up for that, would be the Russell 2000, because they have a high density of flaky companies that aren't making any money, and the Nasdaq, which also has a high percentage of companies not making any earnings at all. What makes the Nasdaq more complicated is that it has these remarkable FANG stocks in it, and that makes life complicated.
What if I'm a long-term investor, say running a pension fund or managing my own 401k, which I should add, I don't. But what if I'm one of those people and I look at history and history tells me that over time, independent or including crashes, stocks deliver a handsome return. And if I just stay in the market, I'll get that return, whether it's 7% or 8% or 9% or 10% over time.
You know, if you could set your dial for 50 years and throw the key away, that might make some sense. But let me remind you that in 1929, you didn't get back in real terms until about 1954. That's a long wait. In 2000, you didn't get back for 13 years. By modern standards, that's a pretty long wait. And in Japan, which is really the granddaddy of both bubbles, land, and stocks, they are not back to their 1989 peak today. That is a very, very long wait. So if you think you can stand it for 10 or 20 or even 30 years, be my guest. But history says a lot of you will not stand it. A lot of you will become more conservative deep into this kind of correction.